Wisconsin has become a destination for golfers worldwide, and that includes the home of golf, Scotland. While Whistling Straits, Erin Hills, Black Wolf Run, and the Blue Mound Golf and Country Club have hosted men's and women's majors before, the public course in Oconomowoc, where one golf historian says championship golf first came to Wisconsin 124 years ago, celebrated that milestone with an event earlier this month that attracted golfers from coast to coast. The rich history and rebirth of the club at Lac La Belle is our Sunday morning spotlight. On an August day in 1899, the wailing music of bagpipes echoed up and down Main Street in downtown Oconomowoc.
To the Scots, it meant something of deep pride. It was like our national anthem.
Playing the national instrument of Scotland and leading a parade of 10 Scottish golfers was defending U.S. Open champion Fred Hurd from St. Andrews, Scotland, a town known worldwide as the home of golf. Golf historian David Mackesy.
To be welcomed to Oconomowoc with the streets lined with residents proudly welcoming professionals with a bagpipe lead was something very special and proof that they were going to be treated well when they came to Oconomowoc.
The Scottish golfers were taken by steamboat across Lac La Belle to what was then called the Oconomowoc Golf Club to compete in the inaugural Oconomowoc Open. The club's pro, its first ever, was Alex Smith, who arrived in America from Scotland on the same sailing ship as Fred Hurd.
When Alex Smith came here in 1898, he brought championship golf to Wisconsin. And then he brought his friends because he couldn't find enough competition here. In 1899, he brought his friends to play for this trophy. In 1900, he brought them back again. And the people who came to play won 9 of the first 12 U.S. Opens.
The champion golfers who competed were all Scots, including Alex Smith, his brother Willie, and 4-time U.S. Open champ Willie Anderson, who to this day is the only player to win 3 consecutive U.S. Open titles.
So you're playing on ground where the best have played.
Earlier this month, bagpipes and golfers returned to this 127-year-old course for the 2023 edition of the Oconomowoc Open, a 3-day celebration of this property's impressive restoration.
Those who are champions are going to earn the Alex Smith Medal.
And to honor its Scottish pioneers.
My dreams never got this big.
Tyler Morse is the president and general manager of the club at Lac La Belle.
I never dreamed that we could have the connection that we have to Carnoustie.
Carnoustie, a small town in Scotland where golf has been played since the 16th century, and home to Alex Smith, his 4 brothers, and other Pied Pipers of golf who took the game to the United States, taught Americans how to play it, and won tournaments here.
It's pretty neat to be able to tell that story of what happened on these grounds all those years ago.
It's a story of Carnoustie's more than century-old connection with La Belle and 4 other golf courses from New York to California that are inaugural members of the Smith Society of Golf Clubs.
And if there was a golfer who was Arnold Palmer before Arnold Palmer, it would have been Alex Smith. And this picture shows how everyone would try to gather around Alex Smith.
Sharing the stories of Alex Smith and his fellow Carnoustie pioneers who were part of the Scottish invasion of golf professionals to America is Mackesy, a Madison area native and historian for the Smith Society.
125 years ago, some of the richest men in Chicago who decided to make their home here in Oconomowoc and on Lac La Belle decided they wanted the best golfers to come and compete on their golf course. They were very proud of it.
Mackesy was contacted by Tyler and his father, Matt Morse, after they bought this property 5 years ago and embarked on a massive golf course restoration and expansion project.
When it comes to golf course architecture, really what we were trying to do is bring back those Scottish roots. So that's why you see out here a lot of fescue face bunkering. The architect we used, Craig Haltom, studied in St. Andrews in Scotland.
Sadly, Matt Morse passed away in February of last year after a long battle with cancer. Just months after this course, founded way back in 1896, was named Best New Wisconsin Golf Course for 2021 by Golf Digest.
He left quite a legacy and we're super blessed to be sitting here today, and now we get to kind of enjoy what he started.
Such as annual golf outings in Scotland, New York, California, and here in Oconomowoc.
On behalf of the Morse family, we welcome you all.
Clubs that trace their lineage to Scotland's greatest turn-of-the-century golfers, club makers and change makers, remembered and revered yet today on trophies.
And so in honor of Alex Smith, they re-engraved the 1929-1930 PGA Championship trophy, and they put Alex Smith's name on the front.
On bronze markers at LaBelle, even natural landmarks like Willie's Tree, a 200-plus-year-old silver maple that shaded a tee box where World Golf Hall of Famer Willie Anderson taught American business barons and inspired local caddies like the Hackbarth brothers.
All four became PGA professionals, two in their state's PGA Hall of Fame. They finished in the top 10 in U.S. Opens, and they were amongst the first to find success as Americans who have been taught by these Scottish professionals.
Over the past quarter century, Wisconsin has become an amazing destination for golfers from around the country and the world. Does any club in this state boast the kind of history that this one does?
It's an amazing history here. Others have great history as well. But in Carnoustie, we have a saying that you can't call it a championship golf course until champions play there.
Champions like Fred Hurd, Willie Anderson, and Alex Smith.
If he were here today, I think he'd be proud of us. I think he would say, play that golf course the best you can. That's the only true opponent. He'd tell you, this is golf. Take your time. Just don't take anybody else's time.
Kind of the mantra for the last couple of days from our family to yours. That's what this is about. It's about relationships.
A fitting mantra, since this course was born out of relationships between people from distant lands and experienced a rebirth thanks to a golf visionary who, above everything else, valued friendships, family, and faith.
You know, you see this place and where we've come, and you just want to be able to celebrate with him, but I know he's up there.
You'll find today's stories and those from past shows at cbs58.com/Sunday morning. And please send your story ideas to Sunday morning at cbs58.com.